the copy tool. You can get that in your main toolbar right here, or you can also go to your construction toolbar, hold your left mouse button down, and grab it right here. Copy element. If you want to do multiple copies, you can do that. We're just going to do one for right now for this example. But all you need to do now is identify the element. But not only do you have to identify the element that you want to copy, you need to identify it where you want to copy it from. So let's use this manhole as the example here. I want to copy this manhole maybe up to this point right here, this end point, since I have my snap mode set to key point. Well, depending on where I grab it at will determine where I copy this element from. Okay, so let's take for example this top one right here. Let's say I want to copy it from the top of this manhole right here. So I'll identify where I want to copy it from on that element, and since it's snapped to the top of that circle there, left click to identify it, and now you'll notice that as I move it around, it's kind of pinned to the top of that manhole. So now all I need to do is copy it to wherever I want to copy it to. If I just want to freely place it out there, all I need to do is left click, or if I want to tie it to an end out there, an end point, maybe to the end of this line right here, I can do that. I can snap to it. Once I see that yellow X, left click to place it, and I'm finished. Once I'm done with it, with that tool, of course, just go ahead and right click to reset it. Do a couple undos here. Let's say I need to copy this manhole from the center of it up to the end of this line right here. But you'll notice here as I kind of move around a little bit, you'll notice that this line right here, the end of this line, and the center of this circle share the exact same point. The end point and that center are on the exact same point. So if I come in here and I snap to it, I'll left click to identify it, and snap to it, and if I have my line selected, I can actually toggle it to that other element if they share that exact same point. So if I do a single right click, it'll actually toggle it to that other item that share that same point, and it will only do this one time. If I right click again, it's going to end the command because there's no other elements that share that same point. So if we identify where we want to copy it from, that's not the item that I want to do, so I'll just go ahead and right click to reset it. It'll toggle it to that other element, and now I copy it to wherever I want to copy to, whether it's an endpoint up above here or maybe to the end of this line right here, or I can freely place it out there if I needed to also. Once I'm done with it, of course, right click to reset the tool, and you're finished. I'm going to do a few undos again. Not only can you use the copy tool that we're doing here, but you can also use it in conjunction with your AccuDraw. So I'll go ahead and load it up, and just to kind of show you this, I'll just make my copies of 2. And let's say I want to take this manhole here again as our example, and I want to copy it, but I want to copy it 2 times at maybe 10 foot. I can do that. Identify where I want to copy it from, and I'll just left click to identify it. And if I want to hold it to my horizontal axis, like what I'm doing here, I'll just keep it horizontal for this example. All I need to do is pull it over however far I want to go, and I'm just going to use 10, so I'll just pull it over. There's no need to get into the AccuDraw box because it knows what direction that you're going. And I'll just type in 10 for this example, and if I'm ready to place it, as long as I don't move it up or down, I'll left click to drop it off, right click to reset the tool, and you'll notice now that it copied it twice 10 foot. So between the center of this one to the center of this one is 10 foot, and so forth. So you can also use your AccuDraw to draw the stuff with precision and copy it over whatever distance that you want, or at an angle, and so forth.